Yes, as I always say on my show, it's always nice to reconnect with past previous guests on my show. Introducing X on my show. This act, well, perhaps one of my earlier interviewees that I had the opportunity of interviewing a couple of years ago. We have KTJ and Kylie. That's KTJ and Carly joining me on my show live on my camera now. Welcome to my show to the both of you. How are we today?
Thank you for having us.
Thank
We're
you.
doing great today. Can't complain.
That's
Yeah.
great. Great to hear. Where are we, or where are you in the world right now?
We are currently in Los Angeles, California.
Beautiful. Now, I know from myself, you have always been situated there. And what have you been up to since we last spoke? I think we had you last on my show when you were promoting Cherry Cola.
Yes, yeah, that
That
was
was in
a
like 2021, I think.
yeah, it was a while. No, I think it's 2020 maybe. It's been a while, so lots have happened. We've been writing nonstop, as we did before too. And we've played some really cool venues in the time since we've last spoke. We played at the Troubadour, which was really cool. And then most recently, we just came out with a single called Forever Young, and it's the first single off of our album that we're coming out with later this year. So that's really exciting.
That's right. Now, Forever Young, we'll come on to that. Now, since the last time we spoke, have you been doing like gigs in your state, or have you been like branching like further afield?
So in 2022, we went on tour for our EP Ego Death. And we went all up to the West Coast, all the way to Seattle, which was a really great experience. And we had hoped to do it again in 2023, but there was some medical complications. We weren't able to do that, but we are doing it again, and we're branching out even more as well. We're going to hit East Coast and the Texas area now as well, in addition to the West Coast. So we're definitely going to be branching out and trying to hit different areas of the country.
That's good. That's good. You're still plenty. You got your world at your feet, so plenty of time, to get out there and do the gigs. Um, so your new single, "Forever Young," the question was coming up, but I just wanted to ask, for the benefit of my listeners who haven't listened to my previous interviews with you, how long have you been performing for as a double act?
Since 2019,
Yeah.
we graduated high school and we said, let's do this, let's make a band, and we got to Los Angeles. And yeah, ever since then.
Yeah, I mean, we're twins. We grew up together, so it's been, we grew up together,
Always singing
always
together.
singing
Mm,
together, and kind of, our bond was shared through music for
mm,
the better part of our entire
mm,
lives. But yeah, she's right. 2019
mm.
is when we started this
Yeah.
project.
And you mentioned like when you left school, do you remember the last day of school and you just thought this is an easy decision to make, this is what we want to do, music?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there
The
was
last day of
no
school, we were like, all right,
right,
let's do
bye.
this.
Let's go.
No question about it.
Yeah. I think we were in the right place in the right time and met the right people and people who are willing to help us, and we're really grateful for that. And kind of show us the way, because it's a tumultuous industry, and I think that we're really lucky to have been able to have the opportunity to even move to LA and
Mm,
pursue our dreams. And it's been a great journey so
mm.
far.
You're doing amazing. So yeah, keep up the good work. Yeah, so the new single "Forever Young," that's exciting. It's doing really well, exceedingly well. What's the message behind this song?
So the message behind this song is, whenever we wrote it with our friend Elise, and we were kind of, talking about how, whenever you hit that transition of adolescence to adulthood, sometimes there's a lot of confusion and uncertainty in the world, and, you're just trying to figure out your place as an adult. And I think that we were talking a lot about how, sometimes you lose that luster of youth whenever you start to have more responsibilities, and sometimes it can get harder to enjoy life. And we really just wanted a song that painted the picture of, even though we get older and we have responsibilities, and we have to start putting our life together, that doesn't mean that our inner child has to go away. We can
We're still
still.
kids at heart.
Exactly. So that's
Cool,
pretty much the message behind the song.
cool. Now, Forever Young. the song title has kind of a quite meaningful, isn't it? Forever Young. I know when you look at like when you search for songs on, say, like on the internet, other artists have had a song title with that. So, this is an original as well of yours, original song. So was the essence like the same as what you're trying to say to the listener? You're forever young, young at heart.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think the goal with, all of our listeners, what we want to achieve is, to make people feel heard. And, we hope that if somebody listens to Forever Young, they, maybe take a look inside themselves and say like, oh, I can enjoy life. I can be forever
Hmm.
young. I want to.
Yeah, great. I think the question I was going to ask, yeah, it's a self-reflective song.
100%.
Right.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Cool. And will there be a music video to accompany this single? Is it out already or?
It is. We actually just sent it off to distribution today, and it will be released on July 1st, which is really exciting. And it's really special to us because it has a lot of, of our home videos in it from when we were kids. And I think it has a deeper message than, when you watch it, you'll see, but it's a lot of old memories of us.
A lot of nostalgia.
Hmm. Hmm. Nice, nice. And I know you've released a few EPs as well. We just keep for now just releasing singles and see where it happens, and then maybe like build up a collection of songs later down the line.
Yes, so this is the first single off of our album, and then we're coming out with another one in hopefully July, we think. And then one more, and then the album is coming out. And
Yeah.
it's some of our favorite stuff that we've ever made, and
Hmm.
we're really proud of it and
1000%.
excited. And it's really cool because the entire album was created by women 100%, which is really interesting.
Hmm. Hmm.
We didn't even try to do it that way. It just kind of ended up that way, but it's all written and produced by women, which is really cool.
Mm. And your single called Pink Ferrari is doing exceptionally well on say like Spotify. Like the listening numbers smashing 250,000. What's that feeling like, to look at that,
I feel like that song was like, it was one of the most, it was a hard song to write, like emotionally, but it was it was honest, and I think that people really resonate with it. So it just is really nice to see that.
Mm, that's good. And
Vulnerability.
also falling onto you was falling onto you, was that another song in your catalogue?
Yes, so that's not going to be on our album, but that was we think released that in February of this year. And we released it with Aiden LaPrette, who's super talented.
He actually wrote Pink Ferrari with us.
Yeah,
as well.
he also wrote Pink Ferrari with us, which is a complete 180, which
Mm.
is great. But I think that was a fun song to make, and it was, we were excited to put that out the first of the year and kind of get the year started with a fun song like that.
And the Cherry Cola as well, is that still doing the rounds as well when you perform that live? That's a hit, isn't it? Gets the audience going.
Yeah, that's a really fun song to play live. It's really like rock. It's very like rock and energetic and rock inspired, and so I feel like we always love to play that one live for sure. It kind of livens the stage, I think.
A good old Cherry Cola does quench the thirst though, doesn't it? One of my favorites.
I'm glad you
It's my favorite soda.
I do like the sugar-free though. But I've actually got a taste for sugar-free because
Yeah, I do too. I like the Coke Zero. That's the best one.
cool. They do all sorts now, don't they? With a twist and everything. But brilliant. No, great record. Who have been your influences and inspirations over the years, both currently and in the past?
Would you like to list off some of yours?
Yeah,
I mean, on this one.
I think like I don't know why the first person in my head that's popping up is Renee Rapp. I just think she's got an incredible voice and she's really good. I love Billie Eilish. Her new album is incredible. I've been loving Ray.
I was gonna say
I
Ray,
love her
too.
new EP, Genius. I just think it's really genius. um,
Yeah, I
those are
mean,
just a few, but
I've been listening for some reason to a lot of Fiona Apple and Maisie Starr. And then I also am gonna have to say that Ray is a really big influence for both of us. She's so talented and doesn't she doesn't keep herself in a box, you know, she likes to
Mm.
venture out and try new things, which is inspiring as an artist to see and as a consumer of music too. Um, and Paris Paloma is someone that I recently got into in the last couple of years. I think she's a wonderful songwriter, and her lyrics are just so good,
Mm.
and
Mm.
it's been inspiring me a lot lately, personally.
Mm. And being from like California, you know, you can hear that sound through some of you know, the Californian artists at the moment, you know, like Miley Cyrus and you know, like Lana Del Rey, like Take Me Home to the Country Road. She released it. I can hear the California sound coming through on that as if I'm already like I'm there.
Thank you.
I think the California sound, it makes you warm, like your hair stand up. I don't know what it is.
Hi, Comet. Thank you so much.
I love like I've never like seen it like the California sound with Lana and Miley, but now I like totally understand what you're saying. Like they
Mm.
do California like warmth to them.
Yeah, I think there was one song of hers which really did captivate my sound. I'll tell you afterwards, but no, Lana Del Rey, like you know, Summertime Sadness, and even a bit of Sabrina Carpenter as well in places like her
Oh,
new releases.
I love her new songs. They're wonderful.
Brilliant. And you know, we're living in Los Angeles, the city of angels. You know, you are you're in the show business light, and you're very grounded as well. That's what I like about KTJ and Kylie. Um, um, is there a recipe, or is there a way where you just be yourselves? Is it hard to sometimes be trapped in that kind of limelight?
100%. I mean, I think when we first moved here, it was very like, oh my gosh, we're in LA. Like, you know, you go outside and you see billboards everywhere, and it's almost like a dream. It's like, am I really here? And I still feel that way. I mean, we always talk about it. We always say, I just had a we live in LA moment. It's like whenever I look and I see a palm tree, and it's so different from like the flat plain Texas. But I think that you know, we've been here for almost 5 years, and I think it almost becomes easier to just be yourself, because whenever you get into the world of like trying to be somebody you're not, it gets so tiring and you get burnt out so
Mm,
fast. And like I think that both of us have experienced that, like while living here, falling into that a little bit.
mm,
And I think that we both just kind of were like, we came out here because we love music, and let's just surround ourselves with people who love to make music, and that's all it's about. It doesn't have to be about, you know, some ulterior motive.
mm,
So I think that honestly it's just started to become easier to just be ourselves rather than, you know, try to be somebody we're not.
mm, mm.
I think it also makes it a lot more fun, and
Cool.
enjoyable.
Great answer. Thanks for answering that question for me. Also, you know, where do you get your ideas when you're writing, composing music, your creativity, just in general, like with your music videos, even?
I think that lately we've been writing a lot from personal experience, but I think that it also is just at the end of the day, we always just want to, you know, tell a story, whether that's our story, whether that's somebody in our lives' story, or whoever we're writing with. So I think, you know, at the end of the day, even no matter what kind of song it is, or if it's a video, or if it's some sort of, you know, other media, I think that we just want to tell a story. That's kind of what we want to do with our music. And, you know, hopefully somebody listens or hears a story or watches it and, you know, feels related to.
I just like
Nice. Yeah.
I'll like be at the beach or like at work or anywhere in my life, and I'll just get like an idea, and I'm like, okay, I
Mm,
need to go to my notes app, write it down
Yeah.
so I remember it, and then I can come back to it. And my notes is app is a mess of just hundreds and hundreds of like random ideas. And then when we sit down to write a song or you know, whatever it is we're doing, we just like look through it and we're like, oh, I have this idea, and we just like go back and forth and bounce off each other. And it's so funny because whenever we like are writing songs or producing, like we always get so excited and like carried away with like crazy music video ideas, and I'm like, oh my god, what if we like flew in and we're like, we don't have that kind of budget. But yeah, I feel like it's all opportunities.
And you mentioned like music videos. Visualizers seem to be really popular at the moment as well, don't they?
They do.
Mm-hmm.
They're so fun, and I love them. And I love seeing lyrics when I'm listening to a song, just because like it helps me like really be in it. And...
Sure.
Nice indie artists to, you know, be able to do a visualizer instead of a music video, because sometimes they're, you know, more affordable and easier for independent artists to, you know, accomplish.
Cool. And live in, like, say, California. Do you have any other places in the world that you may wish to like perform at?
Well, we definitely want to come to the UK at some point. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of spots. I mean, I would love to go anywhere, like anywhere overseas one day. That would just be a really cool experience.
I want to hit like every continent. Like, I want to go to Asia, go to Japan, and Tokyo, and then I want to go to Australia and the UK. I just want to see the world.
I'm sure you do really well in Australia, because the Australian people are so, like Americans, so warm-hearted, you know, and they like their music as well. Brilliant. Well, I'm sure you will achieve that. And finally, also for me to say is, where's best for people to follow you, like on social media, you know, emailing lists and newsletters, and websites?
So our handle for mostly everything is KTJ CARLY. So that's the letters KTJ CARLY. The only thing that we're not KTJ CARLY on is Twitter or X, and that's KTJ CARLY Music. But we're pretty much KTJ CARLY everywhere: Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, any TikTok,
platform, all of things.
Yeah. So that's
brilliant.
where
I was also going to ask, can people purchase merchandise as well, like, you know, like t-shirts or?
Yeah, so if you go to our website, which is www.ktjcarly.com, our merch is on there, and we just actually created a whole new collection of Forever Young merch.
It's my favorite merch I think we've done.
Yeah, so it's really cool. I have some pins in here somewhere. But it's actually, I have it right here. I can show you.
Feel free. And I can see in the background as well, you play guitar as well. Do you like to play guitars? Oh, nice.
We have a guitar, a violin, a mandolin. Carly grew up playing violin.
Brilliant.
So
cool.
We try to add that. We just record it.
Nice. Well, thank you very much for taking time out to speak to me on today's show out your busy schedule. It's always great to have you girls on. All for me to do really is play your latest single on my show with your permission. Can I play it?
100%.
Yeah, brilliant. Would you like to introduce it on as well?
Sure. This is our latest single, Forever Young.
Brilliant. Girls, thank you very much for joining me on today's show, KTJ and Carly and Katie.